Hey, 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 thanks for tuning in to First and Goal with CJ and TWON, where we have Cowboy Nation, Redskin Nation, One Nation, NFC East. I'm your referee, Cat Spice, and we about to get this show on the road. So, we've been doing some things here with these here games, and we're gonna take this here from a coach's decision from the first half, and
Hey.
yeah.
Can we introduce
That's what I was getting to.
Oh, my bad.
You always with. That's okay.
That's a
TWON,
red
introduce yourself.
I'm a winner. I'm a winner. That's what I am. I'm a winner. Yeah. I'm the only one at this table that's a winner.
Ooh.
So that's why I want to introduce myself.
They won the Super Bowl last week. Yeah, you're right.
I wanted to introduce myself as being.
Well, I'm a winner at life. Look.
I'm a winner. Washington Redskins won. We was victorious. I'm TWON Buckner. You can find me at Facebook at
Don't look for him.
Buckner. You can find me on Twitter at W285 Wow. You can find me on Instagram at wow_B_wow. No, that's TWON_. I don't use it anyway, so don't even hit me up on that. All right, loser's turn.
All right, Cowboys representing Cowboy Nation. Introduce yourself.
Well, the Cowboy Nation know where they can find CJ Richardson. You know, we worldwide. So all you got to do is Google me, CJ Richardson. You'll find me. Don't worry about us losing, bro. Okay? We got this. All right? Y'all win one game. I thought it was a Super Bowl last week.
You know, every week is a Super Bowl.
Yeah, when you win a game, finally, 3-13 the last couple of years.
You ain't won one since
last
week 2.
Couple of years.
You won week 2. You said, this our year, Super Bowl.
Every year is our year.
Right.
Okay, now that you've met everyone who will be defending the Cowboy Nation and the Redskin Nation, we're going to start off with the coach's decision. And we're going to let TWON start off because that's what he want to do. TWON going to start.
Hello,
Go ahead and start,
I'm a
TWON.
winner. Winners go first. You know,
Wow.
losers don't get wings. Losers don't get wings. Anyway.
Tell us about Kirk Cousins. Tell us what's going on.
All right, look, of course, Redskins coming off a comeback win. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be totally honest. I wasn't happy with this win. I think that Tampa Bay came out full head of steam. I believe that had they not beat themselves, that it would have been history. I mean, they had 16 penalties. They had 4 turnovers. You ain't supposed to win like that. Redskins, of course, they capitalized off of that penalties and off that turnovers and an onside kick, I might add. But it wasn't the Redskins that won. It was Tampa Bay that lost. And I'm going to keep it real with you. I was upset. I was happy that we won because it was ugly. It was an ugly win. What your sign say?
It says boo.
We won. We pulled it off. Now we're going to a Y with a win on over our shoulder.
What we going to a Y?
Going into a bye.
Oh, a bye.
Going into a bye, just like y'all been
Okay.
the last 4 weeks.
Okay.
In the bye status.
Got it.
Bye, Felicia. That's where you at. That's where you at.
Got it.
Without Homo, without Dez, you are nothing.
Just disrespectful.
You are totally nothing. Dez come back this week. He come back. 1 foot. I can't even cuss no more. 1 foot scale.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. Shoot, I'm a winner.
First of all,
Winner.
the topic was coaches' decisions. And they didn't make a lot. The Redskins didn't make a lot of great coaches' decisions last week. But I don't even want to talk about the Redskins. See, we had a tough game last week against the Giants. And I told everybody last week, anytime the Cowboys play the Giants, it's a conference game. It's going to be a tough game. But if you're playing with your backup quarterback, without your all-world receiver, what do you think going to happen? But guess what?
What?
Even with the 3 interceptions, the one ran back for a touchdown.
Right.
The kickoff ran back for a touchdown.
That's right.
We still were in the game until the final moments. So the biggest coaching decisions we make, Darren McFadden, he ran wild last week. He ran like the old Darren McFadden before the injury.
First half. He only ran the first half.
There we go.
I'm just saying.
There we go. The boy had a good game.
Cowboys consistent and running the ball effectively in the first half.
Can I get my time?
No,
Thank you. So first of all, he had a great game because you add up the stats. You don't care where you get them in the first half or the second half. Because Kirk Cousins is all world in the first half.
Not this week.
But he will throw that interception on you. He beat Tampa Bay. Can you name 5 players on the Tampa Bay roster?
I can't name
I
three.
rest my case.
I can't name three.
I rest my case. So that's a coaching decision. Know your opponent. He doesn't even know who was playing. Thank you.
You know what? No. Thank you. You can't just drop the mic. You can't walk off the stage, exit stage left. Let me tell you something. A win is a win. You are absent of those. You don't know what they are. You bottom.
But I got one thing for you. Go into your bye week. Have all the fun you want.
Right.
Tell me the name of your next opponent.
New England Patriots.
Deflategate. Now you're not gonna beat Deflategate.
Check all that balls. We can check all
You're
that
not
balls.
gonna beat Deflategate.
We can check all that balls.
I promise you this. They will not beat Deflategate.
Brady gonna get hurt tonight.
Yeah,
they play the Miami Dolphins.
Wishful thinking.
Brady gonna get hurt.
Wishful
you ain't got to see
thinking.
him or Gronk. Then they can be without their 2 stars.
Yeah. But see, one thing about a Redskin fan, you can always count on. If they get a victory, which is very, very rare, it's like a pearl in the sea. You might go to the sea every now and then, but you may never find a pearl. That's how they treat wins. This is the happiest I've ever seen this man in my life. When I leave here, I'm going to take him to dinner just because. You know what I'm saying? Just because. Now, we're going to Waffle House because I ain't getting nothing expensive. You don't get nothing for winning that jump. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to do something nice for him. It's Halloween. Maybe a little $2 bag of candy or something. Yeah. You know, but don't come on this show with all this foolishness with your chest all stuck out because you won, okay?
What my shirt say? What my shirt say?
I can't read that stuff. Huh? I can't read. Is it Braille? Let me see.
Bet your sweet ass. I can't say ass no more. Well, you bet your sweet
hand pot.
asterisk. You bet your sweet asterisk.
But this is what I'm going to do.
I'm Redskin.
I'm going to be the bigger man.
There it go.
And I'm going to give them credit for the win because the way they won. They had to come back from 24. I didn't even know Kirk Cousins had that in him.
Return of the Jedi.
He had one good game.
Okay, so we done with the first part. We're gonna move on to the second half. This one, we're the second quarter. The second quarter, we're gonna talk about offense. And since I let Twan go first last time, we're gonna start out with CJ. CJ, what you got to say about the offense for Cowboys?
I'm gonna tell you right now about the Cowboy offense, whether you believe it or not. From the 20-yard line to the other 20-yard line, we the best in the nation. We number 1 in the nation.
You move the ball.
But when we get in that red zone, I don't know what it is. When that field shrink down, somehow the ball. You remember Nintendo 64 when it first came out? Every time you throw an interception, the field turn around. Man, I don't know what's going on, man. And I'm told you, we don't use every quarterback on the roster. You know, except for the little dude, Kellen Moore from Boise State.
He was nice in preseason.
But I want to use him. I want to use him too.
I don't know why y'all put him in there instead of Weed.
Castle was doing some kind of good for about 2 plays.
I'm about to say
about 2
ran the ball those
he was all world for about 2 plays, and then all of a sudden he just broke down.
Started turning into a pick machine.
He thought the windows was a little bit bigger than they were. See, that just tells you about the speed of the NFL. They tell just like they tell the rookie quarterbacks when you come in.
He came from New England.
No, listen though, but he hadn't played in a while.
Right.
See, when you haven't played the game is faster than you think.
Yeah.
He left some balls inside that should have been outside, and he threw some outside that should have been inside. And then his timing with the receivers was off. Yeah. And I'm not saying this, but Brandon Whedon didn't look so bad. You know,
with them dunks, them dunk balls.
He didn't look so bad. He was 72% under 5 yards. And another thing y'all need to know about the Cowboy offense, we're ranked number 9.
9-0.
We got the 9th ranked offense.
And score to be.
No, brother. It's total based on total yards. Okay. And y'all ranked number 26.
Oh, we way back there. We can't get that run game.
But Kirk Cousins, I'm going to talk about you from stuff you probably don't know. I'm going to tell you something that you probably don't know. Kirk Cousins is 68.3% passing and 1,753 yards. He's thrown for 9 interceptions and 8 touchdowns. So he a 50-50 quarterback. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You like that. You like that, don't you?
I like that. I like that. I love when he showed his passion. I said, finally, he gets something more than just a monotone concept. I like that.
That's right.
I'm hyped when he said that. I was like, yeah, me too. But let me talk about my offense for a minute. Let me talk about it. You know, every week we struggle in the second half. We put up our numbers in the first half, and then in the second half, we just don't even come out of the locker room. This particular week, we didn't do anything in the first half.
Nothing.
I mean,
24 to nothing.
We had a total of 53 yards total rushing the whole game. Wow. 53 yards. I was like, how do you get 53 yards and you running a committee running back?
Right. Both backs well over 200 pounds.
Well over, you know. But so we couldn't establish any kind of run. I was praying and hoping that Captain Kirk didn't throw an interception. He didn't. You know, he known for it. He's known for it.
Quarterback of the week, won't he?
I don't know if he was the
I think he
quarterback of
was.
the week, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was a hell of a comeback. He made some hellified throws to get us in a position. He made some hellified, some plays all together. When he did a naked bootleg, who would have thought Kirk Cousins gonna rush for a touchdown?
Exactly.
I mean, he's the slowest person on that team. I think the water boy could have caught him, really. but hey, I respect him though, because he did his thing. He got in there. He got that win going into the bye. I was happy.
Okay. Well, we about to get into halftime in just a second. I think we got some footage that we ready to roll here. So keep tuning in for this. Go ahead, Frank. Let's get them. We did that for you, Twan. That was for you, Twan.
I didn't like it.
That was funny.
Okay. So halftime. This is the halftime, right?
Yeah.
So you know what we do for halftime? We talk about some other little things. CJ, you got some things you want to talk about other than just Redskins, Cowboys.
That's all I talk about.
Oh.
Cowboys, straight up. When you lose 4 in a row, you can't talk about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk about yourself. You got to talk about what you're going to fix. Okay? Right now, I need to fix assignments or something. We ain't won in so long. I don't know what's going on, man. You know, I can't go nowhere, without people talking about me. My phone blowing up.
That's because of you and your mouth. Your mouth make people want to talk to you. I mean, with me,
let me tell you
I know I'm arrogant when it comes to my.
How you arrogant? They ain't never won that.
I'm arrogant. I talk. What is that? I'm arrogant. I'm passionate about my Redskins.
Well, how about this? Let's get off the subject and talk about something else. What about NFL players that have gone broke? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now let me tell you something about that. I read a study and it says 5 years outside the league. 5 years out the league.
17%.
No, that's not right.
I'm asking.
76%.
Whoa.
Of not only NFL but NFL and combined NBA players 5 years out the league.
How many percentage?
76%.
Wow.
Man, that's almost everybody.
That's broke. 3/4 of
it. And the study said that a lot of bad investments. A lot of them want to make a studio or get a car lot or
any particular names?
Uncle
You got
Ronnie,
the football players by
Uncle
name?
Ronnie got an idea.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, all I need is $5 million, and it's gonna make money." Or they invest in stuff that doesn't increase.
Well, how
the
much
value,
money Dexter
like
Manley got?
cars.
Dexter Manley got the money?
Dexter Manley lost his money just like Leon Lett did.
See,
with
can't even ask a Redskins fan a question.
Cocaine is a terrible drug.
It is.
Yes, it is, and that's how Leon Lett broke.
Yeah.
He working at the car lot. He's selling pills.
Well, what about Michael Irvin?
Oh.
Michael Irvin.
They caught Michael Irvin.
Listen.
They caught Michael Irvin in the projects with a fur coat on, some strippers, and some cocaine. And he was talking about they want him, but they had a Bentley outside. You know what was on the license plate?
What?
Plate maker.
It won't me. It won't me. That was my cousin.
It won't even me.
Caught him red-handed.
They won't
But
even
you know
me.
what? He continued to get jobs.
But
Unlike Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp can't get a job anywhere.
Yeah.
He can't even push a wheelbarrow right now. He want to know where the hookers at. Where the hookers at?
Yeah.
Warren Sapp, I love you, man. Shout out. But, bang.
But it's been a lot of NFL pro. Like LT.
Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. Without his speaks, I mean, he does endorsement deals. He does.
What was his downfall, though?
Cocaine is a terrible drug, man. He used to come on the field and say, "I'm high. I'm gonna kill you."
What?
That's intimidating.
Dexter Manley did the same thing.
Yeah. I know. He was intimidated. He was leading pass rushers.
But he was a
leading
bad
sack
man.
machine. He was bad.
Exactly.
He was bad. He loved cocaine. Cocaine was his best
So when
friend.
y'all talk about the Cowboys and the drugs, it's enough drugs to go around in the NFL. Because the drugs, the new drugs. No, but see, the young guys doing drugs too. They doing the Adderall.
Oh yeah.
You know, it says what it does is it's like it's an
Enhanced.
ADHD drug, and it gets your attention like extra sharp.
Right.
You know,
right.
a lot of the young guys, the all pro guys, they've been taking that drug and getting away with it, but now they're testing for it, and they're getting fined and suspended for it. So there's a lot of different little steps that people are going. They want to ban the wide receiver gloves after Beckham made that catch.
Stick 'em on 'em.
But I'm just saying.
All right. We got to go on. We got to get to the third quarter. Sorry. Third quarter, we're going to be talking about defense. So, let's start with Twan. Let's do defense.
All right. You know, the first 3 weeks of the season, Redskins had to rank #1 in the NFL defense. They were balling. After they played Atlanta Falcons, they haven't been able to stop the rush at all. I mean, the average running back's gonna get 150 yards on them. I mean, that's real talk. That's not sad. And what that does, it makes it harder on everybody else to play that role. How you gonna get 150 yards on one team in one game? I mean, that's ridiculous. That's all I got to say. My defense need help. I mean, they got to do something.
They definitely need help.
They got to do something.
Okay, CJ, you want to run with some defense?
But in this past game against Tampa Bay had 1st and goal on the 4.
They did.
Shut them out.
They
Stopped
did.
them. And that was a game changer right there. Because if had Tampa Bay scored, we wouldn't have made it.
You're absolutely right. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal with the Cowboy defense. Well, first of all, it's hard to rate us because we're on the field more than 3/4 of the game.
Yeah.
When your team continuously goes 3 and out, it puts a lot of pressure on defense, and the number of plays that you have is more than a normal game. You know, normally you get maybe between 50 to 70 snaps in a game. I think our defense getting about 80. You know, so we're on the field.
And Hardy doesn't want to hear it. And those two get chest to chest. Hardy eventually walks away. Hey, emotionals run hot. I understand that. I've been in the middle of some of those myself over my career.
Yeah.
See, with that video right there.
It's embarrassing to me.
No, it's not embarrassing. You got to listen because you from the outside. Let's take it from somebody on the inside.
Okay.
What I see is a guy with a lot of passion, but with a lot of baggage that goes along with it. Had anybody else done that, we're not having this discussion. So Greg Hardy simply what Greg Hardy did, he went in there and said, "Look here."
No.
A couple of choice words. The dude ain't want to hear it. Get out of my huddle.
He slapped clipboard. He's abusive. That's why he was suspended for those games, because he's abusive. It's in his character. He a woman beater. Now he a coach beater. He just aggressive. He is a violent animal.
What do you want on your defensive end?
He should be.
I want a violent, aggressive.
You should have some sort of couth, some control, something, anything. He ain't got nothing. He don't have any discipline. And then to top that off, Jason Garrett said, "Oh, he did an outstanding job. Sometimes he need to coach."
So why you can talk about my coach about what he say, but you didn't say nothing about what your coach still doing to RG3?
Any other player in the whole league would have been suspended a game or would have been fined something, because that was unsafe. It's not showing, because what you don't see is the other people that's watching this atrocity. And now if he can get away with it, why can't your tight end get away with it? Why can't your
let me tell you something.
First left tackle get away with it?
First of all, when you got a billionaire, hold on now.
Okay.
When you got a billionaire behind you, and he says it's okay, no. It's okay. When you got your coach behind you and he says it's okay, it's okay. No,
your coach said it's okay because he's a puppet.
Well, you won't have
coach said it's okay because he couldn't have.
The only reason you got your coach right now because you're paying 6 other coaches and they don't want to pay no more. How many coaches y'all paying right now?
None, just one. Just the head coach.
But the point I'm making is when your owner and your coach supporting the decisions, there's not a lot.
There's lack of discipline.
It's a lot of lack of discipline around the NFL right now. So it ain't just us.
The teams you got, even though he's a cheater, Belichick, heavy on discipline.
Right.
You got Lovie Smith, heavy on discipline. You don't see these character flaws.
Okay.
You don't see these criminals.
Cheating ain't character flaw.
Well,
Okay,
I mean,
we gotta switch it up a little bit. We gotta go to fourth quarter. We're gonna talk about the predictions. What do you predict for this week, Twan?
Well, since we got a bye, I'm gonna predict the Cowboys lose again. Who y'all got this week?
Seattle.
In Seattle, right?
No.
At home in Texas.
Yes.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all was in Seattle.
We went to Seattle last year.
It really don't make never mind.
Yeah, actually we won.
It don't make never mind. I mean, who you had? Did you have Dez coming back? Dez coming back, but he's not in playoffs. He's not in football shape, from my opinion. You know, it could take him a week or two.
Some
to
guys
adjust.
stay in shape.
Some people, you
Right.
know, yeah. What was the,
So you got to buy.
Huh? Yeah, I got by this week. I ain't got no prediction. I predict the Cowboys will take another L. I predict Cowboys won't win again until December.
Yeah, when we play the Redskins.
December 14th.
Absolutely right.
You're
You're
Give me the
absolutely
game
right.
after
Play them
that.
December 7th.
You're absolutely right.
December
Hey,
14th.
well, my prediction is this week is Dallas going to show the world, hey, that we can play a little bit of football. They've been in every game since the starters have been out.
Who your quarterback this week?
It's going to be the same guy, Castle.
Castle?
That's right. We're going to come up with a game plan. Seattle's struggling this year, too, so they ain't much of a favorite, if any, over us this week. So it's a winnable game. Russell Wilson ain't the same Russell Wilson from last year. He's getting sacked at a league high rate this year. I think he's the #1 guy. So he's not, ever since he got with Sierra, he's not making the same decisions on the field.
You think that had something to do with it?
It might not even have nothing, but psychologically, if you say it, it becomes fruition. You know what I'm saying?
Remember, a couple years ago, Romo was dating that supermodel.
That's my point.
And he crashed.
All you
and
gotta
burned.
do is keep saying it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He crashed and burned.
So I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win this week. Okay.
You hope?
I don't really hope. You know what I'm saying? Because football, even though I love the Cowboys, it's still my #1 source of entertainment. I don't give a 16 good weeks of it
That's
every
right.
year.
That's right.
So I'm hoping they win.
Right.
If they don't win, guess what? I'm still gonna have a great Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You still gonna eat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's talk about fantasy picks. Who's your fantasy pick for the week?
My fantasy pick for the week, I got to go the same guy I picked last week. Castle, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
Castle has got to snap back and get this win. He got a brand new baby. And I know he want his baby to say, hey, Daddy did good today. Because Daddy didn't do good last
Daddy
week.
didn't do good
So I'm
last
going to go with Castle.
My fantasy pick for this week gonna be Russell Wilson. I'm picking Russell.
I knew you was gonna do that.
He's gonna have a breakout game. You know, he has not been playing up to par.
Right.
Not as superstar status.
But everybody thinks the Cowboys tough.
I don't know about all that. I don't know if
Everybody.
they play him tough or not.
Everybody.
I just
We
know.
get the A game from everybody. Really?
Really?
Yes.
Y'all, I don't think y'all got the A game last week from the Giants. I just think that you just had your D team.
We got their A game,
I don't
and
know.
their A game was better than
Okay.
our D game.
Okay, well, we definitely appreciate you tuning in to First and Goal with CJ and Twan. This is the part of the show that we don't like because we got to get ready to say goodbye.
Wow.
Do you have some shout outs you want to get, Twan?
I do. My girl, Vasia Herman, she started her own shoe line. Shout out to Vasia.
right.
You know, I'm proud of you. She's a high school senior,
That's
class
right.
president,
Salute.
and she doing the thing. So I'll shout out Vasia.
Okay. And how about you, CJ?
Well, I just want to shout out the whole Cowboy Nation. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do every week. You know,
Thank
y'all
you,
keep
Cowboy.
tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I got some shout outs that I want to give. First of all, shout out to everybody over at the JD Flea Market because they got a lot of vendors going, just putting it together for Christmas for everybody. And also, your girl is opening her brand new
Your girl.
spot. Hey,
That's
November
right.
the 1st. We're going to have Brick House Body Beauty. I'm in the back by the restrooms, the big pink store. Look for the pink store, by the way.
What does your spot do?
Yeah, what's your
Well,
specialty?
I do airbrush tanning, makeup, cosmetic teeth whitening, facials, hair, scar removal. I do a little bit of everything. I even have hot stone massage and V-steam. Yes, V-steam, ladies.
For the strippers.
But they may need it too, but in all honesty, all women need V-steam. That's just coming from me, your girl Kat. But that's neither here nor there. I definitely appreciate you tuning in. And I guess who will win the East?
The NFC?
Yes, who will win?
I mean, who won it last year?
Really?
I mean,
you won it one time.
No, my
you won it one time
Man,
in the last 6 years.
listen, hold up, stop. We've won the East more time than the East been the East.
There they go.
Oh.
Okay,
There they
first
go.
of all,
There they go with this.
We've won it so many
You watch
times.
your games on the History Channel because that's all Cowboys seem to know how to do. Go back in time.
Well, here's my prediction then.
All right.
The Dallas Cowboys, banged up and everything, will defend the NFC East Division Championship that they won last year and will repeat and win it again this year. And one thing I can guarantee you is the Washington Redskins will not.
You in last place. You know what?
We are a game and a half out of first place with 10 games to go.
You in last place right now.
Yes, sir.
Don't talk about what you strive to be because everybody strives to be the best.
You'll be in the bottom next week.
Oh, no.
Next week.
Come on now. You don't believe that, dude.
You'll see. You'll see.
You don't believe that. Personally, I still think that the NFC East is a toss-up. Nobody's pulling away from anybody else. Nobody's dominant. Nobody's playing good ball. Because one week, the Eagles will have a good game. And then you think the Eagles going to be it. And then the very next
What week was
they
that?
throw a dub.
What week they had a good game? When they beat the Giants?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we beat the Giants.
I mean-
So that wasn't a good game for them. That was a horrible game.
But then the Giants just beat y'all.
We won and won, but ain't nobody talking about that. Everybody's talking about the Cowboys.
Nobody is pulling away. There's no dominant team in the NFC East right now. So it's up for grabs. Whoever have the best run come November, December, go.
This is what I can tell you.
Okay.
You can take the Skins out of the equation, and you probably can take the Eagles out of the equation. So that's going to leave the Giants and the Cowboys
How do you
to
put
decide
yourself?
that.
How do you put the Cowboys even in that category? You can't do it.
We already in there.
Come on now, you don't believe that. You can't believe
We
that.
just like Mayweather. Until somebody take the title from me, I'm going to hold on to it.
Bad lad.
Hey, but I'm still the champ. I'm going to hold this thing till you take it away from me. That's just like the
my
Super.
finger.
That's just like, oh, go ahead.
You
go.
get the finger, CJ. You get the damn
Oh,
finger.
before I forget, tell everybody where they can find you at, CJ.
Man, for real, I was on Brooklyn Park Boulevard last week. No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
tricky.
No, man. You can find me on Facebook. I don't really use a lot of social medias. I got Twitter and all that stuff, but I just don't feel like telling everybody where I'm at and what I'm doing every second of the moment. So you find me at Facebook, VAComedyCJ@gmail.com. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if your colors ain't right on your page, don't even add me, because I ain't had nobody talk no smack to me, man. Couple people, I'm going to come around your house. Keep talking that smack.
Show up at
I'm
the
your
door.
friend on Facebook.
Yeah, but
Show
we
up
cool
at the
though.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know them people be talking. Some of them people be talking crazy though.
I can't stand some of them. You know, most of them Cowboys I can't stand.
Oh.
But anyhow, you can
goodness.
find me on Facebook at Twan.Buckner. Twan Buckner on Facebook. That's it.
Okay.
Answer to that. And send me your questions.
Well, tell them where
Okay.
they find you, because you got the new shop.
Well, you can find me at Kathy Cat Spice Spicer, just about everywhere, or Cat Spice on YouTube, Cat Spice on IG, and also 804 Bad Boy. You can also find the repeats of the show. We got them up there so you can see all the
804
shows
Bad Boy.
if
In
you
case you
missed
got
them.
that TV.
We need your likes, we need your comments, we need your shares. Don't forget to do that because we appreciate that. That's where the love is at. And we got to give a shout out to Wavy Kicks, because Wavy Kicks kick us in. They always keep us straight.
I'll get
We
these
definitely
some shoes.
appreciate it. To Dread and everybody at Wavy Kicks, we appreciate it. And you can find me anywhere else, but also make sure you can check me at BrickHouseBodyBeauty.xyz. But Cat is a little bit of everywhere. Make sure you tune in. We're gonna
Hey,
keep you
see
tuned
y'all
in.
next week. Thank y'all for coming
Absolutely.
out. God bless you.
Cowboys.
So a flag on
Hail to the Redskins. Hail victory. Come on, sing with me. Bring
Flag.
on the warpath.
2 flags.
Man, we don't want that crap.
I can read your body language. Said you ain't gotta say too much. Hate when you say that I play too much. When I get too close, I'ma touch that